Showtime.
All right, welcome to the 11th episode of Area 11, where we echo the culture. My name is Kyle Keka. My co-host to the left of me is
Matt Baitler, aka Bait. How y'all feeling today, tonight, whatever time you watching this or hearing this? How you guys doing?
and this is Area 11. We got a very special guest today, one of Matt's friends from school, Mr.
Sir.
Drew. How's it going, man?
Doing good, doing good. How y'all doing? I'm doing good.
Good.
Man.
We definitely appreciate you being on the podcast. Heard a lot about you. You got a lot of NBA knowledge, so we're really excited to have you on.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Likewise. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So to kind of go over what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be going over the Team LeBron versus Team Kevin Durant for the All-Star game, which at the time of this recording is going to be tomorrow. We're really excited about that. Blake Griffin got bought out by Detroit. We're going to talk about where he would go in terms of like the teams that make the most sense for him. We're going to be talking about the Phoenix Suns, who are currently second in the Western Conference, which is insane. We're going to be talking about who our MVPs are right now across the league. Give our picks for that at about mid-season. We're going to be talking about if we like the All-Star jerseys or not. I know for a fact that Matt already has some opinions on that based on what we've been talking about in the last couple of days. We're going to be breaking down some really bad historical NBA jerseys as well. A couple weeks ago, we did a segment where we kind of went over some of our favorite retro jerseys. So this is going to be like the opposite. And then to cap it off, we're going to be doing a musical bracket for the Detroit legend, the most commercially successful rapper of all time, Eminem. So we're very excited to roll this out to you guys. So you guys ready to start?
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. So first, we're going to be talking about the Team LeBron versus Team Durant. Just kind of give some notes to kind of start out. The Team LeBron, the starting five is going to be him, Giannis, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic. And some of his reserves are going to be Damian Lillard, Paul George, and Jaylen Brown. Team Durant, he's not playing the game because he has an injury to, I believe it's his hamstring. So his starting five is going to be Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, and Jason Tatum. And some of his reserves are going to be Devin Booker, James Harden, my guy, Zach LaVine, and Donovan Mitchell. So kind of based off what I've just said or for the rosters, who do you guys think has the edge in this game?
You can start it off.
But I'm gonna have to go. As much as crazy, I think the edge goes to. I gotta go with the KD Team KD. But see, that's the thing though. The edge goes to Team KD because of the one-on-one talent. You know, the All-Star. You know, everybody want to go one-on-one. But the motive to win more, who wants to win more, I think it's Team LeBron. You know, the Team Curry. You know, the thing Giannis. So I think they can take it too. So, but I think the edge goes, if you look on paper, I think it goes to Team KD. So I'm picking Team KD, me personally.
Okay. Matt, what do you got?
Yeah, that's a real good point. When I was watching them pick, one thing that
Good show too, but
noticed, is that LeBron's team, that man has some lethal shooters.
lethal.
And I think it's crazy to kind of take things back. And I don't know if y'all remember, but LeBron had came out and said that he really don't want to play in the All-Star game this year. And so kind of seeing this come full circle is that having these guys on his team is kind of taking the load off of him, and he don't let them do the work. But again, LeBron being LeBron, it's not like he's not gonna put up points. This man's gonna put up points regardless. But I think having that collaborative effort with his teammates, I got them winning on Sunday night. So yeah, Team LeBron.
I've been going back and forth on this, and both teams are obviously stacked. They both have Hall of Fame level talents on them. I think for LeBron, I think he's got the better starting five. I think by virtue of Kevin Durant not playing, probably the second best player.
Yeah, because KD not in. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. But in my opinion, I think Team Durant has the better depth. I think the fact that he has James Harden on his bench.
Definitely.
Devin Booker on his bench. That's crazy.
No, Devin Booker's not playing now. We got Mike Conley.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
Right.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Thank you for calling that out. Yeah. but he still got Donovan Mitchell, who has been balling this year. So for me, it's going to be between, if LeBron's starting five is going to be able to outmatch Kevin Durant's overall depth. I got LeBron in this game by a little bit. I originally had Kevin Durant, but kind of going off that, I'm just really excited to have LeBron and Steph Curry on the same team. Like,
Yeah.
to where, I mean, they were battling out in the finals for 4 consecutive years last decade. It's like, it's going to be crazy to have them on the same team. So I personally got LeBron, but it's going to be a really good game. And I think the MVP, I honestly think Luka Doncic is going to get MVP. I'm a huge Luka fan. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go out of bounds here. I think Luka's gonna get it. He's probably a top 5, top 6 player in basketball. So yeah, I got Luka, and he's built for moments like these, and I think he's gonna have a really good game.
Yeah, now seeing that, you hit around the money to see the LeBron and Curry play together, because LeBron, his game is basically, if you just look at his career, his game is basically go and drive and kick. That's what he do good. And you got the best shooter of all time with Curry, so it could definitely go that way. So, but I still got to go to Team Durant. But the only thing is though, like you put it around him, I got it in my mind that Team Durant has Durant. They don't. They have Jason Tatum, so that's a big part. But I don't see the starters playing down late, late down the stretch. I see the bench, coming in like James Harden and things of that nature playing down late. But I said go up in the air, but my MVP I have to go with give me Kawhi again. Again. Yeah, because Kawhi gonna want to stick it to him and let him know, like, hey, I'm still that player. I'm still here. Let's not forget who I am. So y'all go with Kawhi.
I'm glad, Drew brought up a good point. I think that we know that the starter is going to bring it, but I think what's really going to come down to is each team's bench, because these are just not some casual knockoff guys. Like, these are some real good ball players, and the fact that I feel like they are considered for this game bench players, they're going to want to show a little bit more, skill to because they're not starting. You know what I'm saying? So, for my MVP, I'm going Damian Lillard. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like he's on a. I mean, he's on a great team for this All-Star team, but I think that him being gypped out of that starting position is gonna make him go harder even more. And so I got him winning MVP for this year's All-Star game.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
But there's really no bad pick though. They all All-Stars.
Right.
So yeah, really.
Yeah.
And I think for Dame, I mean, you could make the argument that he's probably the best player in the game that's not a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's better, in my opinion.
James Harden.
Yeah, that's true. But for this year though, for this year specifically, Dame has been carrying Portland. I mean, because they've been without CJ McCollum.
I definitely give him that. But then you got to look at it. I look at him the same point too, that KD and Kyrie basically been injured all year, and James Harden still have the Nets climbing up the rankings.
Yeah, so Harden.
I think he's looking as one of the best point guards in the league right now too himself.
It's funny too, because ever since he got traded to Brooklyn, it seems like no one's really talked about him. Like, he's kind of flown under the radar because now he's not the super main guy like he was in Houston. But
exactly, I think it's just it's what the world is. You see greatness for so long, you come to expect it instead of just appreciating it like you should. But if it was somebody, if it was a new player, like for instance, like a new player that's now doing good. It goes down the list like a Devin Booker that's now getting his credit, things like that, even though he's been good, or Julius Randle. Now they want to put him up on that pedestal, or even a Zion Williamson now. But when it's the players that's been good, they just devalue him. It's kind of like LeBron too. That's why he don't win the MVPs like he's supposed to, because he gets the value for being as great as he is, which is sad. It's the way of the world.
And how you brought up Zion, just as a side note, I'm really upset that he's not going to be in the dunk contest. I really wanted him to be there.
Yeah, but I think, what happened was, me too. But then I see he ain't the same Zion we seen when he came into the league from an explosive standpoint since that injury, honestly. Ever since that injury last year, he's still explosive because he's already like levels up on players being explosive. So now he's just allowed like a little bit better than everybody. But I don't know. I just think ever since that injury, he just ain't the same Zion. So I think he's just trying to play it safe. That's what I think it is.
That's one thing too that I noticed that because like we've all seen, his high school mixtapes and obviously
Yeah.
him balling
Viral.
at Duke and he was going crazy with the dunks. Like he had a
Viral.
lot of bounce. But it's
Yep.
like now I think that you run like his injury is I wouldn't say it's a setback, but he's just playing it more cautious and because
Exactly.
feel like he's
That's
still dunking, but it's
yep.
it's the safe dunks, the dunks
Yep.
that we know aren't going to get blocked
Yeah.
missed or what I'm saying. He's playing it
Yeah.
safe, so
Yeah. It's not one of those that's one that make that face or get you out your
yeah,
seat and things like that and that nature.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just playing it safe, which is smart because he's a young player.
yeah.
So yeah. So no, I like it. And he's a walking 20 and 10 easily. So yeah, he's smart. He playing it safe.
Definitely.
Right.
All right. Well, two of us got Team LeBron. One of us got Kevin Durant, and let us know what you guys think. The second
Yes,
thing we're going to be
fellas.
talking about is Blake Griffin, a player who is very near and dear to someone on this podcast heart.
Magic B.
So he was officially bought out by Detroit very recently, and now there's going to be a lot of speculation on where he's going to go. And I'll actually start out with Matt on this one. Where do you think Blake Griffin should go, and why?
So after the D Rose trade went down, Pistons fans knew that Blake Griffin was next. Um, the question was at that point, one, when were they going to make the move? And two, where is he going to go? Now, I didn't think it would happen this soon, in all honesty. I thought it would happen more so coming to the end of the season, but I'm glad it's happening sooner than later. Where do I think he's going to go? I say Drew's team, the Lakers. And when news
Yes,
first came out
sir.
about it, they were saying that the Lakers at that time were the only team that had the money to buy him out. But obviously, with where we are now, that's already taken care of. But I just think that, he's going to go he needs to be somewhere where uh they're like it's a contender that they're contending for a title. Um and yeah, I mean honestly, I think today I saw a couple of teams that was in the mix, but if I had to narrow it down to two, I say either the Lakers or the Nets. Um, Me as a Pistons fan, I would like to see him go to the Lakers because I know that the Lakers have some valuable pieces, and hopefully, what I'm saying, they can graciously hand over Kyle Kuzma. Um, I think that the reason why I say that is because Kyle Kuzma's position there is he's he's a good player, but I think with so much star power that team has, it doesn't allow him to. We can't see
Florida.
him at his fullest potential. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think kind of having a fresh start, a new scenery, and being somewhere in which he can start consistently and pair him alongside Jeremy Grant, who's been having a terrific season. I think it'll we'll see kind of not a resurgence, but we'll see a new gameplay of Kyle Kuzma because, like I said, he'll if we do end up getting him, I feel like he'll be a starter with us, and just to see him in with the group of young guys that we have now, I think it'll be something special. But yeah, man, I got him. Going to the Lakers. How about you guys?
I'll hand it off to Drew.
Okay, but well, first I just want to double that with Matty B said. I'm sorry to break your heart, Matty B, but Blake Griffin's on a buyout. So yeah, there's no trade that's gonna happen. They bought him out of his contract. So you don't you ain't
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Graciously give up Kuzma.
Yeah. There's no Kuzma, but yeah. Then to touch on another point, that Kuzma to Detroit can still happen though. Because that's his hometown basically. So,
Yeah.
that's good. But if I had to pick, I think if I'm Blake Griffin mindset, if he still have love for the Clippers, he's gonna go to the Nets, or he might even go back to the Clippers. But if he is still on that, like forget the Clippers. Oh, he definitely going to LA. He's going to the Lakers because he wants to stick it to him. Like, look, and we can see y'all in the Western Conference Finals or in the playoffs period. Yeah, I want to stick it to y'all. So I think it all depends. Like, if he still got the love for the Clippers, he's gonna go to the Clips, or he's gonna go to the Clips or to the Nets. Well, I think he's gonna go though. I think it's the Nets just for the simple fact because I forgot DeAndre Jordan is still there too, and and what they had in Lob City there, things like that. But of course, I want to see with my Lakers. But then too, I kind of don't because I don't want the Lakers limelight is so great. I mean, it's so so like it's pressure being a Laker. So I don't want people saying like, so let's say the Lakers, my Lakers don't pull through this year. I don't want the Blake Griffin to be the scapegoat. Oh, it's because of Blake Griffin didn't show up and things like that. Nah, so just because I still like Blake, I'm still a fan of Blake Griffin. But if I had to pick, I'm going to the Nets. I'm going to the Nets because of his relationship with DeAndre Jordan.
That's fair. I hadn't thought of that before. I mean, they had some great years in Lob City. That was so fun to watch that team. Chris Paul, JJ Redick, too.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Doc Rivers, man, that was fun. So both Lakers and Nets make sense. I mean, they're both obviously really good contenders. I think the Lakers would probably make the most sense, but I'm gonna throw another team in there, Miami. I think Miami.
I like it. I like it, and it's funny you say that. I like it. I like that.
Yeah, and I was thinking too because Miami, I mean, they haven't been as good as people thought they would be this year. They start out slow. They've been playing better lately, but I still think that if Blake Griffin were to go on Miami, I think that would give them a much needed front court presence alongside Bam. I think he needs help because Precious is a rookie. Definitely. And Kelly Olynyk he's decent, but he's not Blake Griffin's level.
He's not next level.
Yeah. I think if they were to add a guy like Blake Griffin who can still give you 20 on any given night, I think that'd be a good addition for that team. And I think it would be a good injection of life into a team that will need it come postseason time. So I think Boston might make sense as well, just because Boston has kind of suffered on the front court as well in recent years, outside of Jason Tatum. But I'll predict Miami as like a dark horse thing, but I still think that the Lakers would make the most sense just because, you got Marcus Gasol who's struggling, Anthony Davis out with injury. That would make sense as well. But I'm going to say Miami. Let's see what happens.
Yep, and it's funny because I feel like the clear favorites we see the Nets. The Nets and the Lakers. Everybody see that, but I feel like there's also a team that we just ain't mentioned that we sleeping on that he's just gonna shock everybody and go to, and it could be that Miami. So that's a great pick.
That team would that team would become so much better with Griffin on that team.
Oh, most definitely.
Because right now they what 6 in the East, and if they get Blake Griffin, they could finish low key a top 5 team in the East.
I honestly don't know what they seeded, but if they 6, that's even good because they had a lot of COVID issues to start the season. It was derailing them. Now if they were playing good lately too, and then we already know that what they did last year. So no, that's definitely a threat. Definitely.
And I was telling Kyle this a couple of weeks back, but I was like the Miami Heat and some other teams too, but them especially is that I think last year they have. I feel like. The whole motto is like, life is a marathon, not a race or not a sprint. And I think that the Miami Heat know how to pace themselves throughout the season. And that's why I feel like last year, and especially, we seen them go so far. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew how to pace themselves and end up being obviously the end goal was to win the championship. That didn't happen, but you got to think. To make it that far under a bubble, that was an incredible season by the Miami Heat. So, I think you know what I'm saying. If I'm a Miami Heat fan, I'm not stressing right now because again, like I think they know as a team their potential, and they're just pacing themselves as of now. So.
Yeah, no, most definitely. That's great. That's great. You hit it around the nail because they're one of those teams. They know their identity. They know who they are. So they know they got that switch that they can hit at any time. Exactly. That's what makes them scary at all times. Most definitely.
Very true.
Yeah.
And they got a great coach too. I mean, Spo will definitely
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. Yeah.
I mean, the fact they were within 2 games of the finals win last year is incredible considering that they had lost Goran in game 1. Bam was injured as well. They were close and
really could have won it all. Really.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was. Really. Yeah, that team is going to be scary. I think once the playoffs start, I don't think anyone's going to want to play that team, especially with a very motivated Jimmy Butler.
Most definitely. And I know the NBA, it's just us fans want to see the Nets in the final or KD, a star power final. But that's a team that scared me. That's going to knock the Nets off even before they get there.
Yeah.
Just because of how the not only just chemistry, but just how they just fly on the radar, and at any moment they can just hit you in the mouth. So
Very
yeah,
true.
no, so I like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. We're gonna see.
All right. So next, we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be giving some love to the Phoenix Suns. So the Phoenix
Hey.
Suns are currently second in the Western Conference, the obviously better conference, the conference with the Utah Jazz,
Mhm.
who have been balling, the Lakers, Drew's Lakers,
Yes,
um,
sir.
the Clippers, who are motivated after last year. This conference is chock full of great teams, and the Suns are currently in second place. I'm
Mhm.
just going to give you guys some stats before we kind of delve into them. They're eighth in offensive rating, third in defensive rating, second in free throw percentage, ninth in the 3-point percentage, and four of their starters outside of DeAndre Ayton are shooting at least 36% from three. They're not a great rebounding team, but they have the fourth fewest turnovers per game across
CP3,
the NBA.
CP3
CP3,
effect,
yeah.
Yeah.
CP3
And
effect.
I think it's also Monty Williams too. I mean, he
Oh
has
yeah,
been
most definitely.
so. With all what is being said about Phoenix with these stats and how they're second in the West, I'm going to hand it off to Drew next. Where do you see Phoenix potentially finishing at the end of the year? Because me personally, I'm not sure if they're quite ready to compete for a championship yet, especially with how well the Lakers have been playing, and how they have LeBron and AD. Clippers are also playoff tested. The Jazz are obviously scary. Where do you see Phoenix finishing at the end of the year, and do you think they actually have a shot to advance far?
Yeah, okay. So when it comes to Phoenix, I see them in the playoffs. If they keep this up, I see them in the playoffs, and not only in the playoffs, I see them around. I think AD's on his way back. Lakers gonna get back to winning. Clips gonna get it back. I think the Clips has now been. I think the Clips are tired right now, so they just don't want to get. They got a better second half to come. But I see the Phoenix 4th or 5th seed, which then means they face a top. I think it all depends on what the seeding falls, because I feel like they can get to the second round if they don't have to face anybody like a Golden State or a Lakers or a Clippers. But if they face somebody like a Utah or a Denver, things of that nature, I feel like they can beat them and then advance the second round. But honestly, to be honest, I can't see them going far this year. Just because, for the simple fact, because you got the Lakers that's battle tested, like you mentioned, the Clips battle tested, like you mentioned, and even though they are doing good, and even last year too, they was this close to making the playoffs with that new rule that the bubble affected. And I can even see them. And then to me, that Phoenix can beat Portland, but is it going to happen? I don't see it. So I think I think Phoenix, if they make it to the playoffs, they can make it to the second round. Only if they avoid teams like the Clippers, the Lakers, and of course even Utah playing good. But I say most definitely the Golden State battle tested, Clippers battle tested, and the Lakers battle tested. But then CP3, he's also battle tested. So if he can get them boys playing ball at the right time, that could really change everything. But me personally, as of right now, I don't see them going far. Just for the simple fact, because I was watching them in the season and they gave up a game to the Nets, because their young talent still shows. They gave up a game to the Nets without a KD, things like that. And I'm trying to think, was Kyrie playing that game? And then they was down like 27. And I still see a lot of bad habits that Phoenix have. Now, Monty Williams is a great coach. He's been one since he was in New Orleans. Yeah. And CP3 is a great point guard, Hall of Fame point guard. So they can click right and get him right. Even Devin Booker is proven he's an all-star. But I just don't think it's too much when that playoffs happen. Because then you mentioned rebounding. Rebounding is key in the playoffs because the game slows down. The game slows down. Everything's so fast-paced in the regular season. You see it. And even then, Phoenix, even back in the day, Phoenix was always the 7 second or less. That's what the Golden State. That's what they got they mantra from. The 7 second or less. But now this Phoenix team, they trying to have that same identity, with a new NBA, which is good. But also, you forget who's in the NBA. If you look at how the Lakers dominated, or even how the Clippers lost at Denver last year, it was because of the size, the rebounding, the second chance points. AD, one of the best bigs in the league. He didn't have this whole first half of the season off. He's gonna dominate them in that paint. So I don't think that's why I think that big step, unless they make a trade, that if you're saying that rebound is not as good right now, that's gonna definitely play a factor. They can score with the best of them, but the other teams can too. So I think, man, I'm taking their stars over the Phoenix stars. So I say they can make second round at best.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going with.
That's fair. I think that actually I'll hand it off to Matt first, and then I'll talk.
No, yeah, I agree. I think that uh once, like Drew said, Lakers and the Clippers and them teams that usually hold that first and second spot in the West, once they start clicking, I think if the Suns players can stay healthy and maintain this level of play, I got them
Mhm.
finishing fifth in the West. Fifth or sixth spot. Um and the reason why I agree with Drew on them getting knocked out the second, I think that, um this is a real young team, but having the support of CP3 is a huge help for this team.
It is.
Most definitely.
To give them guidance and mentorship in times like this. We know that CP3 has made several playoff appearances, but the one thing that kind of scares me about this Phoenix Suns team is I hope that CP3 does not get hurt come playoff time, because
Oh,
in
you hit
recent
round the
years,
nail.
in recent years, he's been out during the playoffs, and their team is just demolished. And for that to happen to such a
That's a
young
fire
Phoenix
take.
Core,
That's a
bro,
fire.
that
That's a
team honestly could probably won't even see the second round. They could get knocked out the first round.
that's a fire take. That's a fire take.
So
I forgot
so
about that.
it really do depend on the health of not only CP3 but to their starting five as a whole. But I, I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm proud of because I'm a huge Devin Booker fan, so I'm glad to see him and that team get their flowers. But again, I just hope and pray that nobody gets injured during playoff time, because that's when games. I mean, games matter now, but that's when it really
Yeah,
matters and everybody locks in. So yeah.
yeah,
How
yeah.
about
No,
you,
most
Kyle?
definitely.
So I think I agree with you guys mostly. I'm not sure if Phoenix is going to be able to get past teams like the Lakers or the Clippers. I do think though, and I'll talk about Devin Booker for a second. I know Devin Booker hasn't really had a whole lot of playoff experience yet, but it seems like he's going to be one of those guys that when it comes playoff time, he's just going to elevate his game to a whole other level. He just seems like he has those traits about him
Yeah.
where he averages maybe 23, 24 in the regular season. It seems like he's the kind of player that could get it up to easily 26, 27, can drop 40 on you on any given night once the playoffs start, because
Mhm.
he's such a lethal scorer and he can do it in so many ways. I mean
Yep.
he's quite literally he's a three-level scorer.
Oh yeah.
He can give
Most
it to you at
Yeah.
the
definitely.
rim. He's got a
Facts.
deadly mid-range. He's got a deadly shot. His shot stroke is just beautiful too.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not sure if Phoenix is currently constructed is going to be able to get past a team, with LeBron or with Kawhi Leonard or any teams like that. But I certainly do think that, and I'll say that they'll probably finish fourth. I'll give them fourth in the
Mhm.
West. I think the way that Monty Williams is having them play right now, I think in the regular season, they'll lose a little bit of ground to the Lakers, but I think they will establish themselves as the fourth seed. And um, as long as we're talking about Phoenix, I'm going to give a shout out to Mikal Bridges.
Oh
Mikal
yeah.
Bridges is
Yeah.
so fun to watch. He's averaging,
Mhm.
so hold on, I have a splits right here. He's shooting 52, 42, 84 across the field. He's got a 17 PER, and he's quickly becoming one of the best defensive players in all basketball because he's so
Mhm.
long. He's got great instincts. I
Most
love watching
definitely.
him play. He's so fun to watch, and I think that as he continues to evolve, he could be an all-star level player in a couple of years, or maybe even sooner.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Most definitely.
so I think Phoenix, as of right now, they're the classic team where they're gonna get their first shot at the playoffs this year and learn lessons. They're
Yeah.
gonna get bounced probably in the
Something
second
brutal.
round. I would probably agree with both of you on that.
Uh huh.
But as soon as Phoenix keeps getting playoff experience, and Chris Paul is going to be around for at least another year or two, I think they could make strides in the coming years. I don't think this year's the year to do it, but they have a lot of great pieces. Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton.
Mhm.
They got Dario Saric, who's a knockdown shooter as well. They're
Oh
really
yeah.
exciting. They're a really exciting team. I'm going to be interested to see how they're going to evolve in the coming years. But I think as of right now, they're a good team, but I don't think they're a great team yet.
Oh yeah. I can't agree more. And it's crazy because Phoenix is what I hope the Pelicans will be this year. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, but
yeah,
basically yeah. So yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, they looking good, but you
they
gotta look
are.
great. It's how to win the championship.
And
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
that's
just just super happy for him too, because Phoenix was so bad
yeah.
for so long. I mean, this is their best team probably since Steve Nash was still on the Suns.
Oh no, yeah, most definitely. It's funny. That's so funny because really, Phoenix was my first love when it came to sports. They would got me in, you know.
Really?
Of course, Lakers my team, but yeah, Phoenix got me into, you know, love basketball. You know, from the Steve Nashes, the Maury Stoudemire. So yeah, I'm happy for him. The Barbozas, Rajah Bell's boys, Diaz,
Ah,
John Marks. The list goes on. Joe
Oh,
Johnson from back then. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for him. Most definitely.
it's funny you mentioned Rajah Bell too, because Rajah Bell works for the Ringer now, and he has a great podcast on the Ringer. He's
Oh,
really
shout
really
out
good.
to him. Shout
Yeah,
out to him. Yeah, I know
he's
that.
really
Shout out
interesting
to
to
him.
watch.
Yes,
Yeah,
most definitely.
I forgot what the podcast is called because I listened to a couple Ringer podcasts, but I'll send it. I'll send you the link when it's done.
I like that.
Um,
I like that.
so yeah, so I think we're all in agreement that Phoenix, they're having a great year. I don't think it's their year yet. I think you guys would agree with that as well. But
Mm-hmm.
they're coming. They're not going
Yeah,
away.
most definitely. They coming. They coming.
They're not going away.
Oh,
they bring in the heat, no pun intended.
yeah, well, yeah.
Shout out. Oh my god, that's funny. All right. So let's know what you guys think. Next, we're gonna be talking about who we think our MVPs are. And I think this is a good time to talk about it too, because we're at about that midway point. NBA teams are only playing 72 games, and I think the average team has probably played about maybe 40, maybe a little bit less. It kind of depends on the whole COVID thing as well. Like Memphis got ravaged, so I don't think they've even played half their games yet. But
Yeah.
we're at roughly about the midway point. And I'm actually going to start out with this one. I'm going to shake things up a little bit. My MVP so far is between two guys. For me, it's between Joel Embiid in Philly or Nikola Jokic on Denver. So two big men.
I like that. I like that.
No, thank you. No center has won an MVP since Shaq.
It's Shaq.
In
It's
2000.
Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You could make the argument that Giannis, but Giannis is kind of like a. I mean, he's a unicorn. I mean, he's a forward, center, guard. He's all those things. No traditional center has won an MVP since the year 2000. I was thinking about this a lot. I've considered Embiid to be the MVP frontrunner just because Philly's number one in the East. But I think if we're talking about who is most valuable to his team, I've got Jokic right now. Jokic, so he's averaging more win shares than Embiid. He is, I mean, he's the primary ball handler on Denver. He's averaging 9 assists a game, also dropping almost 30. And I think that when you look at both those teams, I think that in Philly, Joel Embiid is averaging 30 a game, which is more than Jokic, but Ben Simmons is the primary ball handler.
Yeah.
Jokic is doing more. I mean, he's not only the top scorer, he's an amazing. I mean, he's probably the best passing big man that we've ever seen. Not just in our generations. Like I'm talking in NBA history. He is incredible. So I think in terms of what he does for his team, I think Jokic is probably the MVP. If you take Jokic out of the equation, Jokic or the Nuggets probably drop from 6th all the way to like where Minnesota is.
Yeah.
Because I like Jamal Murray, and I think he's a great player. Tad inconsistent, but he's still a really good player. Jokic does everything for them, and I just don't see them having a playoff caliber team without him. So I've personally got Nikola Jokic. Shout out Joel Embiid though, because he's turning into the player that we all thought he would be. But I think at this moment in
Trust the process. Yeah.
trust the process. I've personally got Joel Embiid. No, sorry, Jokic. I got Jokic. I'll pass it off to either of you to kind of go off that, but my pick so far is the Sombor Shuffle, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, you got it, Matty B.
Yeah. So for me, it dwindled down to actually those same two players as well. And I think like a couple of weeks ago, me and Kyle had a conversation about between those two, who do we think is our MVP? And the one thing that I kind of, I guess I looked at that separates the two is I feel that Joel Embiid is a magnificent player. He's real aggressive and dominant. But I think what kind of hurts him is the injuries, which stops him from being consistent. Because again, if you're out with an injury, when you come back, you're not gonna come back hooping like you were before the injury. You know what I'm saying?
He has stayed pretty healthy though this year though so far, which has been good.
Let's
Just
not jinx it. But
yeah.
no, yeah, but no, yeah, but I guess so. But I think like to kind of piggyback off of what Kyle was saying, it's just I look at that Denver team as that's you know what I'm saying, the Joker's team. And day in and day out, he's putting in the work to keep them afloat. Um, and I think that, you know, obviously Jamal Murray has been a little bit inconsistent this season, but I think he's one of them players that once they get into the playoffs, he gonna turn it on, and then
True.
they'll be back to what it was last season. But I think that, you know, I think that carrying the load for your team, especially as a big man, is crucial because if you're the biggest man on your team, the ball is gonna be consistently coming to you, and the numbers that he's putting up this season is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, to be doing that consistently, you know, and you know, again, I'm not watching every single Nuggets game, but how I'm kind of keeping track is through fantasy. And this man is like literally
He's amazing
giving
in fantasy.
getting everybody every single time he plays, this
Mm-hmm.
man is going off. So
They gonna fill up the stat sheet most definitely. Yeah.
Mhm.
exactly. So yeah, man, I got the Joker as my MVP.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Drew?
I think it goes down to them great picks. I think actually, because how the NBA is, I think Joel Embiid gets it for simple fact because better record and things like that.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the NBA does it, like there's been plenty of years previously where other players supposed to have NBA, they had better seasons, but they
Mhm.
always go off the record.
That's
So
true.
so yeah, so what I, even though the most recently what they haven't did that was probably like Westbrook back, like what that 3-4 years ago. But
Yeah.
I think it goes Joe and Embiid. I think actually also too they might try to give it, because all the hate that Utah get, they might try to give it to somebody in Utah because of how good they doing if they said the number one seed. But who I want to see get it, Steph Curry, and he can find a way to get Golden State into the playoffs. But I know they're not gonna give it to
Yeah.
him. But my top three would be Joel Embiid. It'd probably be somebody Donovan or Rudy Gobert from Utah, and then I even think James Harden for the Nets, but keeping them on floor while KD and Kyrie been in and out the lineup. But I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna give it to James Harden for some fact he already has one under his belt. The NBA likes new. Like for instance, if Giannis was to have the same season he's been having for the past 2 years, they still want to give it to him because it's not new. It was new to give him back-to-back MVPs. It's not new, so they want a new MVP leader to sort of give the lead. Hey, the lead is still in good hands. We diverse, so I think they're gonna give it to Joel Embiid. If I had to put my money on it, but I picked James Harden was one of my picks before the season, but I want to see Curry get it. But I'm going Joel Embiid as my final decision.
That's such a good point that you bring
Yeah.
up, Drew, too, because that's a very real thing. Like I've come across a term. I think it's like voter exhaustion or something, where
Yeah,
you're not
great.
like
I
that's
like
that's why James Harden is probably never going to win an MVP again because he already has.
Yeah.
And the reason why Giannis won last year was because his season was so otherworldly, and the
Yeah.
Bucks finished with the best record in the league, where the voters were like, yeah, even though LeBron could have he was very deserving last year too.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very good point. I think that Embiid is the likely winner just because of Philly's record and he's obviously been balling out this year. But I think in terms of just how the season's been playing out so far, you could easily give it to Embiid, but I think Jokic is a very strong candidate too.
No, yeah, most
Very,
definitely.
very, very, very good points though, for sure.
No, most definitely. Can't go wrong with either or.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
No, I mean
they're
they're
both great
both-
big men.
absolutely.
Mhm.
We're very fortunate to have these two in our game.
No, exactly.
All right, so let's know what you guys think about that. Who the MVP is, who you guys think should win the MVP. Next, we're gonna go into our All-Star jersey segment. So we're just gonna take a quick couple minutes. We're gonna be going over the All-Star jerseys and what we think of them. I believe Matt prepared a presentation for that. And for these jerseys, I mean, were these leaked? Like, are we sure that these are gonna be the actual jerseys?
I've seen some articles saying it's leaked and some are saying it's legit. I feel
Okay.
like it being
That's good enough for me.
literally I feel like it being like literally because it probably came out like 2-3 days ago, and it being
Okay.
so close away, I feel like that these are it. So without further ado, this is a single screenshot, nothing too crazy, but yikes.
And hold on,
Man.
actually, I'll just say something really fast too. If you guys are listening to this podcast on Spotify or Apple, transition to YouTube to see this, because you're not gonna want to miss this. So Matt, take it away.
I like it.
So as I was reading these articles, matter of fact, let's take a step backwards. When I first saw these pictures, the first thing I thought of was a mix between. Now think of it as this: if the Indiana Pacers and the Denver Nuggets collabed and created a AAU team, and
That's
it was their
fair.
very first year in AAU, and these were their jerseys.
I like that.
This is what
I like
and so I mean it ain't bad, but come on, y'all. It's NBA. Jordan. Really?
He's silly.
It's like you know, and again, the more and more articles I read, I forgot that Indy was supposed to have the All-Star game location this year, but they backed out.
Oh,
They backed
that
out due
makes
to
sense.
COVID. So that's
That
why we
makes
see this yellow and
sense.
blue.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
But my thing is this: they backed out. They didn't back out just last week. They been announced this. So you telling me y'all just said, "Oh, I think they cool. We ain't gonna change it."
He's silly. He's silly.
So
My thing is,
what do y'all have to say about this, man? Like, I want to know y'all feedback because you know.
I'll, I'll let Drew have it first.
oh man, look, I think maybe look. Honestly, me personally, I don't think they too bad. What I just seen, like we didn't see some wild stuff in our lifetime. So yeah, so I don't think this is all. You know, this is something we ain't never seen before. That blue on the east side, if I'm thinking that's west to east, so the west being yellow and the blue being east. I think the blue, you know, that looks good for the east. But I think what really throws it off, that's they could have picked a better yellow if we completely
that's it.
if we being completely honest. I don't like
That's
that
very
yellow.
true.
Yeah, that, if we're being honest about the yellow, I'm not feeling the yellow that much because it's just like it's not a great yellow. But other than that, I didn't see worse from the NBA. So I guess I'm not going. But then yet again, it's different. I like different. So I'm gonna just go with it. If I had to rate it out of scale 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it like a solid 6. Would I wear it? Probably no. But but you know, it's what I'm saying. I like different though. So shout out to being different, I guess, NBA. But then I like how you brought up that Indiana point. And that makes sense. That's the Indiana colors for that retrospect. Yeah. But yeah, I give it a solid 6. Okay. Solid 6.
How about you, Kyle?
That's fair. So I'll probably be digging into this a little bit too much, but I think these jerseys are symbolic for this year. They're just kind of like they're okay. And because for the NBA, I mean, they like what Drew was saying. I mean, we've seen some outlandish stuff from the NBA in our lifetimes. I think these jerseys might fit the times pretty well because, I mean, like what Matt was saying earlier about LeBron not being excited for this All-Star season. I mean, the jerseys, they're not flashy. Like, they're just kind of stable. Like, they're okay. Yeah, they look like jerseys that you would wear in gym class, which I guess is fine. And I think especially for this year, with the year that we've been having with COVID, I think it kind of makes sense. Now, the actual style of the jerseys, though, I would agree with you guys. I mean, they're not great. They're kind of just average. Like, I'd probably give them like a 5, maybe like 4 or 5. Not terrible, but not great. But if you kind of wanted to spin them in like, oh, it's the year that we're having where it's like, yeah, it's not very flashy. It's not very, it's not the best, but it'll get the job done. Then based on that point of view, then I don't have a problem with these jerseys. But obviously, I think in terms of when you compare the jerseys that we've seen in the past, they're not even close to where we had with the jerseys last year.
No, yeah.
Pre-COVID. So I don't mind them if they're the real jerseys, but I'm interested to see what the players are going to think of them, because that'd be funny to like kind of get a player interview, like, oh, they like these jerseys or not. So that's my official opinion on them.
I think for the yellow jersey, if they replace that All-Star with instead of saying All-Star, it's a Michigan, I'll probably cop one. But
of course you
would.
Michigan, yeah.
For the fact of that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's they could have now if they somehow finesse all of us and tomorrow we don't see them in these jerseys,
that'd be terrible.
We'll come back next week and give y'all an update and an apology letter to the NBA to Jordan. So
But see, that's the thing though too. You know, when it comes down to it now, you know, all you gotta do is slap a Jordan brand or anything, and
but
you
yeah,
know it's cool.
exactly.
That's
Power
all it
branding.
is.
Good
That
point.
name's so strong. It's cool. So
Yep.
they probably like, oh, I got Jordan. It'd be all right. It's Jordan.
Absolutely.
It's
Right.
Michael Jordan. He's all right. It's all right.
Oh man.
Oh. All right. Well, those are what we. So that's what we think of the All-Star jerseys. Not flashy, but they're okay. And Matt can also dream that it's a Michigan jersey. Next. We are very excited to go into our next segment. So a couple podcasts ago, I think it was like our third or fourth one, Matt. We debated what the best retro jerseys of all time were. The best like 80s, 90s jerseys. Now we're gonna kind of take a 180. We are going to debate what the worst jerseys of all time are, and we're gonna pick what jersey is the ugliest per slot. So we're very excited to have this. And Matt, I believe you have a slide for that. There we go. Yes, sir.
There we go. Like how I said, we bring to you the NBA's worst jerseys, man. Let's get started. So first up, we got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Sacramento Kings. Honestly, these are both horrendous.
Oh, geez.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
This is bad. This is bad to start.
Oh man, yeah, y'all started off hot. Man. So,
Drew, what do you think?
Look, it's crazy. I remember when these mugs dropped. I don't remember the exact year, but I remember what I was thinking when it happened. I was like, okay, what's going on? But yeah, I ain't feeling the Spurs. That Kings one was always decent to me, just because I got tired. The Kings was always wearing the same thing at the time. Yeah. That Kings one, I was like, okay, give me like, okay, you're different. But that Spurs, nah, I can't rock with that. Even though I like the camouflage, the army look and things like that, but that ain't it in my opinion. I'm cool off there.
Now, is that Danny Green though? I mean, I can't see him. I mean,
that's definitely Danny Green. Yeah, that's definitely Danny. Yeah, old boy Danny.
Joke. I mean, I probably have to agree with Drew. I really don't like the Spurs jerseys in this one. The Kings one, it's not terrible. I think the gold is a little bit much, like kind of like the flashy gold, but and this is not to disrespect the branches and all that, like, thank you for their service and all that, but I just like from a jersey perspective, I can't like it, like to me it's a little bit hard on the eyes. Like it kind of looks like he's staticky. I don't like that. So
he says static. Yeah,
it's true. So yeah, I got the Spurs winning this slide.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with both of y'all. It don't work. As simple as that. Like it don't. I'm sorry. I understand like the meaning behind it and all that, but
yeah. Thank you to all that serve, but I'm not serving with that one. Yeah, thank you to all that serve, but yeah, I'm not serving.
I think I gotta agree with you, because like we've been seeing the same like the black and the purple. So there's kind of like a switch up, and they both hideous. But like I said, for the purpose of this game, we're going with the San Antonio Spurs.
Both hideous. Love that.
Yeah, Spurs.
All right.
Got the Mavs versus Wizards.
Man, that's crazy. Man, it's crazy because I'm such an NBA geek. I remember when these dropped, just like the 07, 08 look.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy because I know y'all ain't gonna like it. Unpopular opinion. I like both of them, but if I had to pick, I like.
Really?
I
Drew.
like both of them. I like them. I don't know, probably because it gives me brings me back to my childhood, the good days, or probably because they actually good jerseys. And then the Wizards jerseys, I was just never feeling them on the standpoint. So I just like it that they switched it up. And then Dallas, it was green. They switched it up as well. So I ain't gonna lie, but if I had to pick up between the two, I would probably go with the Wizards, because the Dallas is more classic in a way. That's the Eric Dampiers. Y'all know who that is.
So you like the Wizards jerseys more?
No. I like the Dallas jerseys.
Oh, okay.
The Wizards jerseys look better, but I like the Dallas because they're more classic, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm picking the Wizards as a no, but the Dallas as a yes. Okay.
So for me, I think this one is easy. I think Dallas is the worst one out of these two. I really I really and this is and
Chill out.
it's for a very specific reason too.
Chill out.
Whenever no, and hey, is this my opinion? Is this my opinion? If so, for a very specific reason too, for whenever I turn on a Mavericks game and they're home and they have those like green cowboy looking jerseys on, I don't like that look, and they remind me of these jerseys. And
Yeah.
I don't like the font. I think the color scheme is weird. Whenever I think of the Dallas Mavericks, I think of white and blue.
Yeah.
That's just like I think of the Maverick logo.
Yeah.
And green is just not like it just doesn't fit the Dallas kind of profile for what I think of whenever I think of their brand. So I don't actually mind the Gilbert Arenas or the Wizards jersey that's on this slide. I think it's kind of cool. It's better than the Sacramento Gold jerseys for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's still not a great jersey, but it's a lot better than Dallas. So I think for me, Dallas wins this slide in terms of the ugliest jersey.
Mark Cuban, he's coming for you.
Yeah, he probably will be after this. He'll probably find out about it some way or another.
Yeah.
I think when these dropped, I think these was like 07. For the Wizards, I was a fan. I was a fan of these jerseys. I remember playing. I had on the PSP.
That's
I think it was like NBA Live 07. And like like you choosing like the jersey you want, and these was like considered like their alternate jerseys. And I would like sometimes rock these jerseys. It was again, it's not my go-to, but I think they look better than the Mavs jerseys. I agree with Kyle. I think that green just disrupts the entire jersey. I think I like it just like Kyle said, when I think of Mavs, I think of, and that's one of the Mavs I like that about their color scheme is that they have white, but if you notice, they have the same, like they have blue in their color scheme, but it's two different shades of blue. It's like a light blue and a navy blue.
Yeah.
And it's just this green, just like I say, it just disrupts everything that they have to offer. So yeah, I'm not rocking with it. I'm sorry, Dirk.
That disrupt. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, if I gotta, it's crazy because I'll take mine back. Because the Dallas gives me more of that classic, like I'm a kid feeling, because they just puts me back in that time. But the Wizards jerseys look better, hands down.
Yeah,
the jerseys look better, hands down. And the Dallas, I like the Dallas just for the memory, but probably not sure what memory is. So that's probably the problem. So yeah,
glad you came. We're glad you changed sides.
Yeah, what it?
There's no way for those Dallas jerseys, in my opinion. There's
most definitely. Oh shit.
All right, next we got Knicks and Hawks. So these Knicks jerseys, I believe, are from the 70s and the 80s, and in the Hawks jerseys, they're a little bit more recent. But I'll let one of you guys start because this one is very hard for me because they're both just.
Maddie, man, you got it. You got it.
First things first.
What's
New York.
No.
New York. Hey, hey, why in the world on the shorts? Why y'all have the New York Knicks logo?
That's back in the day, Maddie.
Okay. But still, I don't care.
They got a Yankees logo on their shorts.
The only thing nice about this outfit is the man's shoes. That's terrible.
Oh, that's not even part of the uniform. Come on,
man. Exactly. Come on, Maddie. Stay on subject. Stay on topic, man.
Anyways,
silly, man.
Hey, this one is hard though because both of these are ugly. And it's like the comparison. You know how like if you like in a rush somewhere to like go outside real quick, you just throw on like a shirt and the shorts don't match it. That would remind me of.
You gotta go help mom with the groceries.
Yeah, go to the groceries. It's just something about it. It's just like when my eye goes straight to the shorts, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but nah, bro. At least with New York, it's constant, it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Besides them having the Yankees logo, it really ain't that bad the longer you look at it. But golly, this Atlanta Hawks jersey is an eyesore. So I'm going with the Hawks.
Yeah. The
What
Hawks
about
has the
y'all?
worst.
Yeah, the Hawks as the worst between the two.
Okay. But oh Kyle, you got it, my guy.
This one is so hard. I think both are terrifying, but I gotta go with.
Terrifying.
So you know what? I'm gonna go with the Knicks jerseys being the worst, and I'm gonna and for a reason that you might not think. Both are stylistically just bad in general, but the Knicks jerseys though, I don't like how the letters are below the numbers. That it messes with my head. It messes with my head. Like it doesn't like it's like that feeling when you have like a hot hand and like a cold hand, and you don't like know how to act with that.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta. So based on that logic alone, and plus, the white bands on those jerseys with the orange and the blue is
retro
not it.
look.
It's not it. So the Hawks jerseys, I don't like how they're kind of checkered. Like I don't even know what you would call that, like a triangle checkered kind of thing. But yeah, the Knicks jerseys in this instance are worse than the Hawks jerseys.
Oh man,
that's my official opinion.
Tiebreaker, Drew.
Yep.
Man, the pressure's on. He's at the free throw line. Oh man, but man, it's tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's crazy. Just because I got so much respect for the OGs, I have to go with the Hawks as the worst. Because I know this was a style back in the day. The Knicks, that's a style. I may add, the only thing I don't like about these Knicks jerseys is I understand you showing love to you know the city. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't like how you put the Yankees on there too. Like you the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is the Yankees putting Knicks on there? Is it like a mutual thing back there? I don't know. But I like the thought of support one of another. But I just feel like y'all should just don't forget y'all the New York Knicks. Act like y'all somebody too. But especially back in them times. But that is just a jersey though. So maybe they was just doing it with just that one. But anyway, y'all gotta go with the Hawks. Just because that but I ain't feeling that combination. Maybe it's the red shorts. I think it's the red shorts.
Yeah, it's the red shorts.
It's the red shorts. Because, you barely got any red in the top. You know what I'm saying? So they have red at the top, they'll go with the red at the bottom. Yo. And then maybe because it's Al Horford. No disrespect to Al. But I like Al Horford. Al Horford's he's an all-star. He's a really good player. But yeah, Al's picture stance. He just ruined it for y'all. So yeah, now it's over with.
Said, man, these jerseys suck.
Yeah, he's thinking that right now. Exactly. So yeah, I gotta go with the Hawks. I'm sorry, because I gotta respect the OGs for the back in the day. I know that was the look back in the day. But now in today's day, that's not the look, Atlanta. I'm sorry. Sorry that I can't feel that.
I kind of feel bad picking the Knicks though, because that picture right there, that's probably the last good team they had.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. That is just Carmelo Anthony years. I just had to make that joke.
No, that's a good point though. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh man,
respect Patrick Ewing. For real.
All right, we got the Cavs versus the Mavs.
Oh shit! I already know. Look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go first with this one. The Cavs. Sorry, get them out of here. Get them out of here. The Cavs. Get them out of here, coach. By far. I like these Dallas better than the last Dallas. These Cavs, I don't never want to see it again. What the man? Don't get I ain't gonna lie though. Hey, I'm disappointed because I forgot what player that is right there in that picture. But he did his thing. This is not the jersey. He made sure he matched everything. He pulled off the look. But I ain't pulling off with the jersey, so I got to go with the Cavs as the worst right there. Oh god damn it!
And they still have those as alternate jerseys. I'm pretty sure the Cavs wear these at some point this year.
I think so too. Yeah, I think I can see Colin Sexton in those before. So yeah, that could be it.
I couldn't agree more with Drew on this one. I actually really like this. I actually really like the Dallas jerseys. Mm-hmm. The Cleveland, it makes no sense. The colors. The font is weird, and I just don't rock with it. The Dallas jerseys, though, I mean the spray painted look. I love the color scheme. Actually, I was considering maybe getting a Luka jersey in this style.
I like it.
I really like those jerseys, but the Cavs jerseys, come on.
Yeah.
That's not it.
He deserved to have the ball stolen from him right there.
Ooh, that's tough. Matt, you better not.
I want to say that. I think that's Price. I think that's my guy Price. It might be Price. Yeah, Price.
Oh, Mark. Yeah. I
Mark
think
Price. Yeah, I think that's Price. My guy Price. That's a legend. But yeah, I'm sorry. That's not them jerseys are not. But yeah, that's tough. Ooh, wee. Maddie B.
You know, I think both of these are because again, I don't know what's the Mavs obsession with green and trying to play with the color green because it's back in this one. But
he said about Cuban said because I'm rich. He said I'm rich, motherfucker. I'm rich. He said I'm rich.
I think for me personally, ever since matter of fact, no. Ever since the I've found out about the Seahawks, when I think of blue, navy blue, and like that neon green, I always think of the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. And to see a team that kind of like use that same color scheme is just like
disrespectful.
Yeah, and I think I think blue is one of the colors where it can go with pretty much anything and it'll look fire.
Yeah.
This one tough, man, because this is my hot take. I feel like these Cleveland ones, I agree with y'all, they are hideous. But to be positive, I feel like if these jerseys was like developed and made in today's age, I think they'd be more fire. But I think it being like constructed back then, I don't think they had like a right art direction into making these jerseys. But for answer, golly.
Can we go 3-0?
I'm gonna go to Cavs, man, because at least with the Mavs, like it's something different and it's something unique. Am I a fan of it? Heck no, but it's unique. So yeah.
You were scaring me for a second.
Yeah. You scared me, man.
Good.
I thought, I'm sorry, man. I thought I was gonna have to go tell sis and mom and pops over there to check on you. So I tell you.
All right.
Warriors versus Bobcats.
This tough. I ain't gonna lie. This tough. I'll let y'all go first.
Is that my guy, Emeka Okafor?
Emeka Okafor, Gerald Wallace, Adam Morrison. Yeah.
My God, that's such a long
time. Yeah.
Who you got?
I think this. So I'm actually not too so. The sleeve jerseys I know have gotten a lot of hate over the years. I actually don't mind them very much.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem that I have with the Warriors jerseys is that their shorts are horrendous.
Yeah,
y'all like the shorts?
No, because and the only reason why is they're trying to be the Pacers so bad. I the tops are great. I love I love the Golden State Bridge right there. I love the color scheme. I love the yellow that they've always had. Not a fan of the shorts. But in this case, I got to go with Charlotte being the worst just because I'm not a fan of any orange at all.
Damn.
I cannot rock with it. I cannot. But what's funny is that both these jerseys are actually not terrible. The Charlotte jerseys, what's going for them is their font. I like their font. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that line that kind of like goes underneath the word Charlotte. So that's okay. But the color scheme, I know it's kind of like unfair to kind of like assess it based on just the color scheme, but I got to go with Charlotte being the worst on this one. I can't do it. I just don't like the color orange when it comes to clothing. For me at least, because I don't look good in orange, so I might be biased, but
I feel you. Better be you got it, my boy.
You know, I won't say that. I like the top half of these Warrior jerseys. To me, the reason why I think is because again, we're not assessing, the top versus the bottom. We assessing these jerseys as a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I like jerseys, clothes in general, to have a flow from top to bottom, right? If they would have stuck with the solid yellow color for the shorts too, we would have been in business. And this jersey probably would be on this list. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But I think really what messed this up for its entirety was the shorts because it just don't flow with the top half. So with that being said, I think that the Warriors have the worst jersey between these two. I mean, the worst jersey outfit, whatever you want to call it. So
shit, so that mean I'm a tiebreaker again, huh? Oh man.
Yep.
It's crazy. See, this is my problem because, like I said, I watched so much basketball before. That Charlotte is like in a good place in my heart. Like you said, that's a Mecca Okafor. That's the Gerald Wallace, the Adam Morrisons. The list goes on. I think Corey McGaddy was there at that time.
Oh yes.
So, so that even Ben Gordon might have been there at that time. I don't know. Like it's just that's a special place for me there. But that Golden State, see, it's crazy to see about the Golden State. Y'all don't like the shorts, but I love the shorts. I don't like so much of the top half. If that makes sense. I like the shorts. The shorts to me, they give me that retro look. And I know from experience of how them shorts feel because of back in the day, them shorts is mighty comfortable. Them the type of shorts they mighty comfortable. Yeah. So I'm not feeling the top half. But then the top half is more Golden State colors. The bottom half is more of an Indiana Pacer color.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So, but if I had to pick, I'm going with Golden State on this one. They got the worst.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing? I know what you finna do, Curry. You finna do your thing, but your organization is not. So I ain't feeling that. Yeah, I gotta go with Golden State right there.
That's fair.
Pelicans. Oh my God.
We see the Knicks for a second time. Golly, come on, New York.
They said it's the Ninja Turtle Barney special. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Why'd they have to do Stephon Marbury like that?
No, I'll keep you done. A legend like himself. Oh, hey, man.
What y'all got, man? What y'all got?
Drew, take it.
Oh, it's tough. But yeah, I'm about to go. Oh, yeah, this might be the toughest one. Oh man, damn. Look. Ryan Anderson, I don't know why you laughing over there. Because look at this. Stephon. Oh man. This I ain't gonna lie, this is tough. Damn, this is tough. I gotta go with the Nola on this one. Cause what the hell? Yeah, I know. What the hell? I gotta go with Nola. And it's because of Knicks. The Knicks, I know they say Patty's look. So shout out to them. Good thing they probably just on the 17th or around that time frame. But yeah, Nola, I feel like y'all wear that too often. Y'all just too comfortable for what that is. And I feel like Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday know what's up, but that's why they not on the team no more.
The same thing.
Yeah, for real. Because Anthony, like, I'm tired of this shit. Drew, like, I'm with you, Anthony. And I don't know no disrespect to you. I know who you are, but I forgot. I want to say not Anthony Talford. No, that can't be Anthony Talford. No disrespect to you, my guy. But Ryan Anderson, I don't know why you're laughing. It's y'all. So yeah, I'm taking the Pelicans with the worst jerseys right here. I should have stayed to the New Orleans Hornets on these ones. My goodness, shit.
So
yeah, I don't know. It's like Barney got sick and threw up. I don't know what the hell that is. That's bad.
Oh, Drew, you give me an ad workout over here. Shit. All right, so my oh my God, my initial thought was the Knicks are the worst, but closely examining the Pelicans jerseys, it looks like they got football pads on. Like,
exactly.
What's the point?
Exactly.
What is the point of having like those green rings across the shoulders? Like, I don't get that.
They ready to fight.
It's like they're trying to be. It's like they're trying to be the Hulk so bad. So I've got the Pelicans on this one. Although the Knicks, green and orange should never be a combination. I don't care.
What that is.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what they was thinking on that one. I'm trying to think what is good. Yeah,
that should not ever be a thing. Like, they could have at least changed the New York colors to be green and have the rest of the jersey be blue. I don't know why the hell they try to do that. But the Pelicans, that's too much. That's like if Marty Gras threw up on them. So I got the Pelicans being the worst on this one. And Matt, I'd be very disappointed if you did not choose the Pelicans on this one.
Matty B, this might determine our 5+, 6, 7+ years of friendship right here. This comes down to this. Our brotherhood comes down to this right here, Matty B.
This
Well,
is
what the hell
I'm sorry to inform y'all, but no. I think again, I'm trying to be positive and not be so aggressive on these, but if they would have just kept this, like either made the green part entirely black and then had like the New York in the orange with like an outline of green, that probably would have been better than this. I don't know what this is.
No,
why is the entire like the solid color green? Anyways,
yeah,
that's not even the big hoopla.
It's like they're going in the army.
They're going into.
They said we here to join San Antonio, the Spurs outfit.
We're doing the forces. But no, bro. This y'all do y'all know what a jester is?
Yes,
a jester,
court jester, right?
A court jester. What's that?
It's like the like what kings and queens had to keep themselves entertained, right?
Okay, yeah. I would call him a jester. I forgot about the court part, but yeah, what he wears looks just like this.
Yeah,
it looks like if a jester had like designed
the hat and
suit and hand off to him and say, "Yeah, wear this in honor of me." Bro, what in the world?
Yeah,
this look like you.
Yeah, they wild for this one.
This is horrendous.
Well, you got it, like Matty B.
Between the two, man, the Pelicans jerseys are horrendous. I'm going with the Pelicans. These are disgusting.
Yeah, dog.
And the fact, like I said, like the fact that Anthony Davis so embarrassed, his head down.
No, for real. Oh, let me find out they try to match the background too.
They did for sure.
Wow, they tried to match the background. Y'all thought that was it.
Imagine they put them on the float at Mardi Gras wearing these jerseys. They
would just get booed mercilessly.
No,
y'all suck.
Yeah, all right. So we all agree that they got the worst jersey between the two.
Without a doubt.
These might be out of all the ones we just seen on the whole slide point slide. I mean PowerPoint. These might be the worst ones. These Pelicans. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed. Oh wait.
Rockets versus Bobcats again.
Man, look.
All right. Well, first of all, the Rockets aren't clutch.
Yeah,
Clutch City.
Yeah, can we please stop that? Yeah, they gotta stop with that. I don't know why that was ever y'all name.
Yeah, the Rockets are the worst here. I don't. It looks like they're an advertisement for McDonald's.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was looking for Ronald.
Were you? Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know how around the league, how teams have sponsorships on their jersey?
Mm.
Imagine back then they had to be looking for
they got the L right there somewhere on the chest. Yup, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta go with the Rockets on this one. The Bobcats jerseys, at least, like, I kind of like the gray. The checkered parts of the jersey, not great, but I mean, Clutch City, come on now.
Yeah, no, for
real.
Look
how big it is. It look like goofily big.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's Court Brewer right there. He definitely ain't sporting that. My guy.
Like, let me go back to Florida.
Nah, man, for real.
So he's like, sure, I don't want to check it the game.
He said, I got me a ring. Look.
Rockets for me.
Yeah, but I gotta go with the Rockets as well. I'm not feeling that. Even then they try. I feel Jason Terry and Corey Brewer. They try to even play it off with the headband. But I'm cool. I'm cool off it. That Charlotte Bobcat look. That is just that. That it's a Charlotte Bobcat. That's not the Charlotte Hornets. That's what the Bobcats used to be. So that's them. So yeah, and then I know you're not feeling the checkers, Kyle, but I like the checkers part just because it goes in, it comes up to on the side and it goes with the Charlotte, the fun of that. So I think it ties in nice with that.
That's fair.
Yeah, but like that, nah, I'm not feeling the Rockets. So I'm disappointed in that.
Yeah,
Yes.
to kind of piggyback off of y'all, they call themselves Clutch City. So if I'm on this team, I'm trying to get traded out this city. So
Oh
uh yeah, man. We-
my God.
He
that
went
yeah,
crazy.
it's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad. I think we came to a conclusion, you
Oh,
know?
man. Man, so what y'all think the worst ones out of all of them was?
Them
I
them
thought
Pelicans ones.
yeah, Pelicans or Rockets, probably the last two.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Right there
Clutch
Because
with
City.
you.
those Pelicans are just too bright. The colors are just like it just remind me of like a Joker, clown,
Mhm.
goofy. Like
Rockets haven't won a
Yeah.
championship since '95, and they're talking about Clutch City
Nah, for real. For real, though. For real.
since
For
Akeem
real.
Olajuwon won.
Nah, for real. And then we let's talk about this. How what look, I'm just gonna let them happen. They got it. They got it. I go on and on about them, but look, they got it.
All right.
Disappointing.
So we just covered the bad jerseys. That was
Mhm.
hilarious. That
Yeah,
was
nah, for real.
that was a 30-minute segment. That was crazy. Now,
Yeah.
the last
Comedy.
part of our episode, we're going to be talking about Eminem songs. Our music bracket for this week is going to be for Eminem, the most commercially successful rapper, I believe, of all time.
Mm.
Detroit legend, rap legend.
Shout out to Matty B.
yes,
People are trying
sir.
to, yes, people are trying to
Detroit.
cancel him now. I don't know why, because he's a legend.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, let's go into it. Who wants to share his bracket first?
Shoot, I
Matty
can
B.
start it. I can start it off.
Do it.
Mhm.
All right. So you may be
Wow.
questioning some choices I made, but hey, it is what it is.
This is
So,
interesting. What? Okay.
so starting up to the top left, we got Stan versus Taking My Ball. Stan is a classic song, and I know some people might disagree with me on this one, but Taking My Ball is one of the couple of times we see Eminem hopping into that creative, um, high pitched, weird sounding Eminem that we all know. And it's crazy to think that like when he gets into that bag, the man's word flow and story is still immaculate.
Mhm.
So I gotta take it my ball because that song's got a catchy beat and it's just got a nice groove and pocket to it. So I got that one. And it's more like it's more. I feel like you can listen to it in different scenarios, cases,
Mhm.
where it be. When I'm gone
Diversity
versus
behind.
Rap God, yeah, exactly. When I'm gone versus Rap God, I think when God came out, we all knew that Eminem is a fast rapper. So having this kind of like, I don't know why it kind of felt like it surprised people. Um, but to me, it just got too repetitive. Like it was everywhere you go. Like Rap God was playing, everybody was mentioning and blah blah blah. So I got when I'm gone for that one. Walk on Water versus Bad Meets Evil. Walk on Water is one of his I want to say it's new, but it's new within this list. Let's say that.
Mhm.
One of his newer
Definitely.
songs.
Definitely.
Real, mellow vibe we got from Eminem. I believe it was featuring Beyonce, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Mhm.
So you know what I'm saying, that it was nice to see those two collab on a project. But I think just the wordplay between Eminem and the back and forth between Eminem and Royce, bro, I have
It's
never to this
always
day has
legendary.
it's I have never like felt that way or heard something like this song before since that song came out. And we in 2021, this song came out in what, like 2000,
It was like it was like
2000.
2000 or 2001.
Yeah. So it's been a
We were
minute.
babies.
Exactly. Now this next one, Mockingbird versus Till I Collapse, I was debating for a good 10 minutes, bro. A good 10 minutes. But I feel like Mockingbird, just the story and the flow and the delivery is something like I felt like it was one of Eminem's top five most. It could be number one depending on who you ask, but one of his
Mhm.
most like deepest raps ever made. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he poured everything out into the pen. And yes, I got Mockingbird coming out. Upper right, I got Real Slim Shady versus Encore starts Curtain Downs, and it's just when you think of Encore Curtain Downs, just think of G Unit. and just assembling and
G
creating.
Unit. Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They
Mhm.
just was just having the, but you know what I'm saying, they were going crazy. So I got Encore to Curtains Down. Um and this next one.
Shout out to my boy 50. Hey, hey, you know why I put that bug on there. You know why. You know why. The
I
little
don't know.
insider, they ain't gonna know that one. They ain't gonna know that.
Can we tell about a little description or no?
Go now, go do your thing. Do your thing.
I don't know how it came up, but this is when we was back at school, me and Drew.
Yeah, back in the
I
college
don't know if
days,
it
me and
was
you.
I don't know if it was him or if it was me, but one of us out of the blue started singing this song when we was like started cracking up laughing. It just came out like it just randomly popped
It
into
was
our
so
head.
random. It was
And
so
then like
random.
literally like from that week 4, we would always sing, I know you're moving. No,
That's
but
hilarious.
again, like I was saying, like going back to
Yeah,
taking my
like
ball,
that.
Eminem was like back in like that goofy, having fun, but the man was still like it's still hard. Like the bars were still
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Me,
Um,
me, me. I like you, me, that me, that me. Yes, sir.
that man was on in his Young Thug bag. But
100,
anyways,
100. Was Thugger before Thugger Hunt? That's what
yeah.
he said.
But yeah, I got because that's just song to me is just fun and energetic, and it's just it got like it just bring me back. You know what I'm saying? Clean out my closet, and my name is
That's
I
tough.
got yeah, it was because I feel like both of these was like again like he was saying some real stuff on here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And but like I said, I come with that answer, and I got my name is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a class. I mean, we all heard it, we all know it. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but just for like just a fun, positive vibe like that coming out, and then Godzilla versus Lucky You, which again, like I said earlier, is the few of his newer songs, but within this list,
Yeah.
both of these records was dope. I think the reason why I chose Lucky You over Godzilla because to me Godzilla got played out. Like it was there was people was playing it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And so like not like my first initial reaction slash listen was like it was I'm like you know what I'm saying mixing the young with the old, them collabing and creating this project. I'm like this is kind of fire. But again, I think what kind of ruins it is when like everybody was playing and I'm like okay now it's starting to its value is starting to depreciate or whatever. So I got Lucky You just because Joyner I think is an under rated artist and
Uh-huh.
he has that similar, killer instinct on the mic, similar to Eminem. Like he going is just relentless, and I think that match having them two on the same track was
Mm-hmm.
something that's phenomenal. You know, because nowadays we don't have a lot of real lyricists in the game. So
Mm-hmm.
seeing them match up was deadly. All right, so now take it back to the top left, taking my ball, and when I'm gone, I got to take up my ball. We'll start moving a little bit faster. Bad Meets Evil versus Mockingbird. This one was tough too, because man, but I got Bad Meets Evil because like I said, the delivery and the wordplay was just
Mm-hmm.
golly.
It was really groundbreaking when that kind of song came out.
Yeah. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was on a 2K 1 year too.
It might have been.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, but yeah. So Encore slash Current Downs versus A Like That. I'm sorry, but I got you know what I'm saying, getting knocked out by Encore. Then moving down, My Name Is and Lucky You. Like I said, Lucky You is just I think like when we see real lyricists like that pair up, it's not too often. Um, so having that track was special. So I got that being My Name Is. And then the final four, we got Taking My Ball versus Bad Meets Evil, Lucky You versus Encore slash Curtain Down. Taking My Ball versus Bad Meets Evil. Come on now, Bad Meets Evil easily. And then Encore versus Lucky You, another classic Encore and Curtains Down, man. Now this was hard because these are both classic M. I believe no, not off the same project. Um, but still classic M. But and how I assessed my winner was I was thinking that I felt that although both of these songs had features, Encore that was just straight up G Unit on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like it was Eminem, but it
Shout
was
out to
like
my boy
Eminem
50.
and G Unit. You know, so yeah, shout out to 50, man. Shout out to 50.
Lord Banks,
But
Young Buck, yeah, all
yeah,
them.
they was all snapping. And they all brought their own flavor and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah,
vibe
yeah,
to their
yo,
part.
yep. Mhm.
But you know, for the purposes of me, since it's a Eminem bracket, even though this song does have Royce in it, you know what I'm saying, they were going back and forth, and it was just crazy, man. So I got Bad Meets Evil as my winner.
That's a great song.
Mhm.
Sorry. Within this
Like
list at
that.
least, yeah. Man.
Yeah. You got it, Kyle. You
This is my bracket. You guys didn't see my winner yet, though. All right.
hey.
So I'll try to do this from actually I'll look at my other computer and get this on. Okay, here it is. So Stan versus Taking My Ball. I got Stan on this one. Stan's a legendary song.
Definitely.
Wait, what? What'd you
That's
say?
most definitely, most
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
When I'm Gone versus Rap God. So this one was tough because I love both songs and I used to listen to a lot of them when I was younger, but I think I listened to Rap God more. Rap God was just such a great song when it came out. Like it was like it just reaffirmed Eminem's status as probably a top 3 or 4 rapper of all time. So got to go with Rap God on that one. Walk on Water versus Bad Meets Evil. Bad Meets Evil for me. No disrespect to Walk on Water with Beyonce, but Bad Meets Evil, the wordplay, like Matt was saying, was just crazy. So got to go with Bad Meets Evil. Mockingbird versus Till I Collapse. Both are great songs. Both are very emotional songs, but in kind of different ways. Till I Collapse, though, it's just it gets my heart pumping like no other song can. So I got to go with Till I Collapse on that one. Real Slim Shady versus Encore. I know Matt's gonna be a little bit upset with me on this one, but Real Slim Shady, that might be the funniest song that I've ever heard. It is great. So I gotta go Real Slim Shady. I love that song. Like Toy Soldiers versus Ass Like That. Like Toy Soldiers to me, it's still one of the greatest music videos that I've ever seen. It's so emotional. It's so heart-wrenching. And normally I don't like stuff like that, but Like Toy Soldiers to me, it just kind of speaks to me. So I gotta go with Like Toy Soldiers. My Name Is versus Cleaning Out My Closet. I gotta go with My Name Is, and then Lucky You versus Godzilla. Both are great songs. I thought Godzilla was kind of overplayed a little bit though, like Matt was saying. So I gotta go with Lucky You. Stan versus Rap God. Rap God takes the cake for that one. Bad Meets Evil versus Till I Collapse. This one I was struggling over, but I gotta go with Till I Collapse just because it's timeless. Like it'll get you pumped up for any occasion. Real Slim Shady versus Like Toy Soldiers. Like Toy Soldiers for me is one of his greatest songs. It's so good. Gotta go with Like Toy Soldiers. And then My Name Is versus Lucky You. I gotta go with Lucky You. Just kind of strictly off the Joyner feature. He killed it on that song. So my final 4: Rap God versus Till I Collapse. This one was tough because both songs are probably 2 of Eminem's like most heavy hitting songs. So I got to go with probably Till I Collapse. And then Like Toy Soldiers taking on Lucky You. Lucky You, barely. And then in my championship, I got Till I Collapse versus Lucky You, and I picked Till I Collapse as my Eminem.
I like it. I like it. Well, since it comes down to me, well, you know me, like I said, I ain't the most technology savvy, so I guess y'all can just pull up that bracket again so that I guess the viewers can go off of it or something. I don't know how they go, but yeah, me personally, I'm just gonna read off mine. I'll let y'all know whenever y'all ready. I go off that. Yeah, see, so yeah, I got so what we got for standing, taking my ball. I'm going with Stan. That's yeah, no disrespect, Matty B. You tripping right there. Stan. Yeah. Stan right there. That's too, cause yeah, I think Stan at that point in time, Stan just literally he made up a word and Stan gets used for everything.
That is true.
Yeah. Stan gets used just for the simple fact because just how powerful that is. That's up there with the I won't even say up there because to me that surpasses like Lil Wayne's Bling Bling when he made a Bling Bling. Eminem has Stan. Yeah, so yeah, that's Stan. That's by far he made up a word. So that's Stan. That's monumental. Then we got When I'm Gone, Rap God. I'm going with When I'm Gone. Rap God, yes, I understand the impact it did. And like Kyle said, it solidified, like made M still like I'm still M, but with the message behind When I'm Gone, that is to me it's too monumental. I could go on about that all day. Walk on Water and Bad Meets Evil. See, that's I'm gonna shock y'all with this one, but I'm gonna go Walk on Water. Just for the simple
Really?
fact. Yeah, just for the simple fact. Now I know that we all know what to expect from Eminem Wars, with my boy Royce. Voice to 5'9". Voice 5'9" really, I won't say slept on me because he gets his due diligence, he gets his respect. So we all know how Royce gets down. And we all know how him and M was going back and forth. But the star power on Walk on Water for super fact is that we all know who Beyonce is and we know who M is, and we all know they've been in the game for so long. So for them to have to collab, and then their styles is completely different. So then for them to have to, yes, M had a lot of songs, where he did had like basically somebody singing a hook for him, but he ain't had nobody like a Beyonce before. So then for this just her in his life in that time period in that frame. I think that was special for Super Factor because he's let them know, like, yes, I'm still M, and yes, Beyonce still Beyonce, but yes, look how we put it together and still made a good song. Now, I won't say a classic because not everybody's talking about it, but it's still a good song, and I like the message behind it. I'm a message person, content. So then after that, we got Mockingbird to our class. I gotta go with Mockingbird. Mockingbird to me is one of his, even though he can't go wrong with either or, really with anything on this list, but I go with Mockingbird just for a simple fact because, like I said, the message, the content, and then, like I said, that's a heavy hitter itself. Real Slim Shady between that's tough because I'm a big G Unit fan, big 50 fan. But I gotta take my bias out of it. I gotta go with Real Slim Shady.
Yes, sir.
Real Slim Shady. Just for a simple fact because Real Slim Shady. That I keep saying mess, but the Real Slim Shady, he's basically letting you know that I'm the Real Slim Shady. Please stand up. Like he's literally it's like it was like that's right there is it, when you think of Eminem or you think like even people that don't know M, that song right there, they'll know that Real Slim Shady. It's like that. So like as like that, like Toy Soldiers, that mug is a classic. That is a classic. That to me, that could be easily one of his best songs of all time. Mm-hmm. But Ass Like That, I gotta go Ass Like That just for simple fact because of M diversity. Like M, this is when we know M is back then you had in the rap game you had the Ludacris's, you had basically the goofy fun play. Everybody now in today's game, you look at the baby, people that entertain their music videos and things like that. M basically he showed a different side of him. A side of him is for him to have that message. That's what this shows you how everything like changed in the sense of the world, basically. Like everything now is so sensitive. Like a song like Ass Like That couldn't come out now. You know what I'm saying? But the Ass Like That, to me, is timeless because it shows how it shows M in his natural different form. And so I go with Ass Like That. Clean Out My Closet, My Name Is. This is tough, but I feel like My Name Is kind of on the realm of the Real Slim Shady list. And so I feel like I already got Real Slim Shady advanced, so I gotta go with Clean Out My Closet. I like that. I like how that, he basically in the video and everything like that, how he displayed that, how he put it all together. That's beautiful. And then we got Godzilla versus Lucky You. Now this is one of the newest ones, like y'all said, but I gotta go with Godzilla, even though Lucky You and him and Joyner was going back at it. And Joyner, he tried to give like his best voice to 5'9" impersonation, or even his best is Joyner impersonation, because he's his own person. But like I said, I gotta go with Godzilla on this one. Rest in peace, Juice. So now we'll be at Stand When I'm Gone. I gotta go with When I'm Gone just because for the message. No disrespect to Stand again, but When I'm Gone with that. We got Walk On. What I got? Walk on Water, and now what's that? Mockingbird. Yeah. Mockingbird's by far, but no disrespect to Walk on Water. But yeah, it upset it, but it's not gonna make it past that upset. Yeah, Mockingbird. Then we got Real Slim Shady, Ass Like That. I gotta go with Real Slim Shady, even though Ass Like That's for the entertainment purposes. But I'll Clean Out My Closet. We got Godzilla. I'm gonna go with Clean Out My Closet on that one. So now we in the final four. So what I got Real Slim Shady beating it's at the Elite 8. See this one, I guess where we at now. So I'm gonna go with we start on the left side still. I got When I'm Gone and what's that? Mockingbird. I'm gonna go with When I'm Gone. I'm gonna go with When I'm Gone match versus the championship. Then we got Real Slim Shady against what's that? Clean Out My Closet. I'm gonna go with Real Slim Shady. So now it's When I'm Real Slim Shady and When I'm Gone. Maybe it's my bias here again, but I'm gonna go with When I'm Gone, taking it on. Just for the simple fact that message behind it, When I'm Gone, just carry on. He basically say, that you making mommy cry. Why is mommy crying? Daddy ain't leaving no more. Daddy, you're lying. He found a way to show like showed his personal side in that. Now we all know about the drugs, everything that people like to say about him, the crazy side about him, the hard working side of him, the greatness of him. But he found a way then to give you his personal side. But also this is what I'm going through, y'all. So y'all like y'all say this about him, y'all say this about me, and even then like a song that make the list, or a lot of songs that make the list, where him and 50 Cent got in with Ja Rule, and he had to step in there, and Ja Rule said something about Haley, things like that. He basically that it's a full circle song for me, basically, because what went on with the Ja Rules and the 50 Cent, and when Aaron felt like he had to respond to Ja Rule crew for coming at hate, his daughter and things like that. In a rap game, he's basically letting you know, like, this is why I did this, and this is why I am the way I am, and this is my life. Then it's just a perfect song when I'm gone, when he's not here no more. When I'm gone, just carry on, the joy. Every time you hear the sound of my voice, know that I'm looking down. Just the content behind that. He's basically letting you know that when I'm gone, it's just how the world is. When I'm gone, just carry on. And that, to me, that's his best song. Content wise, message wise, catchy wise. In my opinion, I'm going when I'm gone. I like that.
That's a good one.
I hadn't thought of that song on that deep of a level before. That was interesting.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I kind of like to do. I just like to think of like what's the meaning behind this? Like whatever it is, I like what's the meaning? What makes it that type of that song? What's that ranking? I just like to think of things like that. Like what makes it that? And I had to go in there and I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the one.
And that's why we do this, to see, because we all come in with the same songs, but going by, because you see all of our winners was different than each other, you know what I'm saying, and our outcome is different. So like we like to see why you chose it and the mindset behind it, and that's why we like doing this bracket. So yeah, man.
All right, well, this concludes the 11th episode of Area 11 with a very special guest, Mr. Drew. Thank you again for coming on, my guy. It was great to meet you.
No, thank you for having me. Most definitely, thank you for having me. I love it. I love the shows, and I just love that I'm on one. I thought I'd never get the chance. Thank you to Maddie B and Kyle, because Maddie B wasn't gonna get me on. A whole long story behind that, but I guess. Thank you. I appreciate it, most definitely. Thank you.
You're always welcome anytime.
Appreciate it.
And Matt, we echo the culture, don't we?
This is why we do. Yes, sir. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We have a new series coming out soon. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast or whatever you listen to podcasts on, make sure you like on there as well. And like how I said, we are Area 11. We echo the culture, and we'll see you guys real soon.
All right. Peace out.